Dad's following the #1 guideline in grinding safety. He's making sure he has his hoodie strings outside. So this was kicking back at Dad here. I just turned off the video. He said they welded a crossbar or something in here. So he's going to change out the disc. See if that helps him out at all. Because this should just pop right out. And we're going to find out what the problem is.
Jesus fucking Christ.
What?
Sucker. Put the fucking sheet right over top of another one. God damn. Gotta cut it off twice. They smashed this in.
Okay.
And they, rather than cut it out, put a new sheet in. They went over top and welded it.
Jeez. So this is the kind of work that Dad just loves finding when he's doing restoration work here. Normally this is a easy open up. Dad needs to open it up for power steering, but he's now discovering there's an inner hull here that needs to be cut out. So he's going to get a different grinding pad and use that. Yeah, I bet. So Dad said Kitty's been supervising all day. So Dad's got a different grinder here with a bigger disc.
Bigger disc. See, I gotta cut this one out too, eh?
Yeah.
Short cutters.
So what you're saying, this is not how Armand Bombardier...
No. See, I have to put another chunk in behind there for this lip to come against.
Yeah.
So I took all the shit out, and then it wasn't bad enough they made that chunk, but they welded it to boot.
Okay. So nothing's ever easy as it appears to be, so Dad switched to tools here.
Once these guys start this kind of shit, it just goes from here right to the back.
So this is very disconcerting. If this is Dad's second task. A couple weeks ago, before Dad took off for 12 days, you notice just how rough the bottom was here. So that's our concern right now, is there's going to be more Mickey Mousing here. And this is a great camouflage job. The customer did not own this like this. They bought it like this.
It's not the customer's fault. It's our fault that
Sold it to him. Yeah. So Dad's got the big guns out here.
I need a nice square edge. That's why I'm using this.
Nope. Oh, it's on the bottom, Dad. Still, it needs a chunk to be cut. Okay, got it. Okay, first look in here. Looks like 50-year-old insulation's been packed in.
This old heater has come out of something else.
Okay.
And this way I'm gonna get a light.
So Dad's just getting the trouble light here.
Okay. You're never gonna heat this thing with this heater because it's all open and you're never gonna catch up with the cold air.
Okay.
So you're gonna take that completely out. Take all this, you see what they done there? That was all rotten.
Yeah.
Instead of cutting it out, they just put some light tin over top. So it all has to be cut out.
This is incredible. Have you ever seen a camouflage job like this before?
Yeah, it's standard camouflage job.
Yeah. So not Armand Bombardier.
No, Armin had nothing to do with this.
Wow.
Even had some spare parts.
Yeah. The odd nut and
It's filler, eh?
yeah. Well, you got to make sure it's
Fill the cavity.
well, fill the cavity, but also it's weighted on one side or the other, right?
Okay, so this has to be cut out right from here all the way through it. That'll drop down. We put a new pan in.
Okay.
And take this off,
Yeah.
and then take the steering out, put the new steering in.
Okay.
But I have to put a chunk of metal in here for the door to close on. Eh?
Yeah. So what are you gonna tighten this up and then?
Well, they weld it here, so I don't
Yeah.
know what the hell they can do there. I probably have to cut this back, squeeze it in.
And then weld it again, or what?
Yeah.
So I'm going to stress this again, and Dad will probably agree. When you're buying a Bombardier,
Get somebody to look at it.
get somebody to look at it. Don't just go and buy a Bombardier and say, look, I got a Bombardier. Because, you know, you might be going, well, I got a great deal on it. Yeah, well, sometimes it's $20,000 later, you're getting this thing in operational
See here?
order.
That's your shock bolt.
Yeah.
You see how big that bolt is supposed to be?
Okay, yeah.
Well,
Not the right size.
No.
Okay. So is that damaging the shocks as it is right now?
It'll pound the rubber out of the shock and then you're at it.
Okay, is it like that on both sides?
Yeah. And here's another thing. If you don't open the front here, you can't service this. Because if one of these bolts break here,
Yeah.
you got to climb in there, work over top of it, and try and hold the nut on behind to take these off.
Okay, so for the novice Bombardier owner, what are those?
That's your steering.
So those are your steering arms?
Those are your...
So now while you're down there, are you going to replace those just to make sure that they're right, or like the bolts?
No,
or
I'll put new bolts in.
Okay,
And then there's a bolt on each end that holds
everything together.
it together.
Okay.
So you have to put them in.
So other than lifting out the floor before that we showed you there, Dad is back from holidays, finished doing his garden, and just started this process. What do you think so far? What kind of job do you think you're in for?
This is all doable, but it has to be done.
Yeah.
Because if you don't do it properly, you still got nothing.
Okay.
So I'll put the proper bolts in there and take all this shit out.
Are you going to put a replacement heater in?
Yeah, a
Okay.
new heater. They're about $400, but they're double fan. Like, you can't even get parts for this junk now.
Yeah. Incredible.
I think some of these guys are close to auto wreckers.
Yeah.
You know, where they can go to an old tractor or an old bus or an old car.
Put something like that in and to dress it up, make it look good.
And look at this here.
What's that?
That's a patch over top of a hole.
Oh, that's
Like
nice.
the eavesdropping.
Yeah.
Flattened out.
Okay, yeah. Well, you know, if you got extra eavesdrop, that's what you do, right?
He's up against until you bring it in, pull it apart.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ, cocksuckers.
First thoughts and impressions here. What do you think?
Well, it's not as bad as I thought. It's
Oh.
worse.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
It's
Just camouflage from one end to the other.
I'm really concerned about that floor. I guess that's when we get the tracks off and get this up and cut out, it'll improve. But I'm wondering what else is being hid now from the customer.
No, the whole works. That's
Okay, so that's the power steering we're putting in.
I gotta strip all that first.
Yeah. And so, yeah, that's going to be doing this here. This is our next project. If you can notice in the back here, we also have a 1966 Dodge Charger that Dad's putting a 4-barrel carb on there. Intake, sorry. End carb. So that's just a little side project Dad's doing for another customer. But yeah, this is going to be the major job here. And then once we get that Dodge Charger out, we're going to move in the blue Bombardier. So it's going to be busy here all summer, so stay tuned. Make sure you like and subscribe and comment. And if you want your Bombardier serviced and ready for winter to go, cannot stress this enough, Bombardier owners. Get here and get in the lineup. Because we got this one, we've got another one, we got a third one showing up, and we also have the other independent little jobs here that we're doing. And so if you want your overhaul done, you need to call Dad at the shop or message me on Facebook.